Now we are tracking your tax dollars. ABC 7 continues an exclusive week-long investigation into the Amarillo Economic Development Corporation and how it spends your tax dollars.
This morning, investigative reporter Nicole Kahn shows us some questionable expenses.
It's a lot to look through, almost 1,000 pages of receipts. There's no way to know exactly what taxpayers really bought for most meals because the majority of food receipts are not itemized. In fact, the AEDC doesn't require detailed records.
How do you know it's being purchased then at that point?
Generally, we do not require our employees to ask the server for an itemized receipt at a restaurant. That's just not been our policy.
Does that open itself up to abuse?
No, we haven't found that it does.
ABC 7 had to build its own spreadsheets to figure out spending patterns. Here's what we found. The AEDC spent almost $25 on average per meal. That's because there were a lot of receipts for fast food. But 4 times over 3 years, it spent more than $600 on a meal.
It's not like we're doing this every week. This is actually a pretty rare occurrence.
ABC 7 did find a few itemized receipts that give taxpayers a peek at what they ate. Here's what they reveal. This receipt from an unknown restaurant for 7 guests cost about $95 a person. It shows charges for 11 alcoholic drinks, crab legs, filet mignon, dessert, and coffee. This receipt from Joe's Stone Crab restaurant in Miami Beach for 4 costs $128 a person. The receipt details 2 alcoholic drinks and 4 jumbo crabs costing $359. Nelson says because the AEDC contracts with the city, the organization is not subject to the same rules on alcohol purchases.
We do not have a policy that prohibits us from doing that. And so when we take somebody to dinner and they'd like to have a drink or a glass of wine, we're more than happy to do that.
But there's no record of who attended these meals.
Typically when we're paying for a client's meal, that client is confidential through our process.
There are also receipts from upscale hotels like the Waldorf Astoria in New York, the Sofitel in D.C., the Westin in Dallas, and Mandalay Bay in Vegas, all rooms costing more than $100 a night.
Typically our policy is when we attend an event, we're staying at the event venue.
The average hotel cost was $299 a night. There were charges for minibars, room service, and late checkout fees. This late checkout at a luxury hotel in New Orleans cost $209.
Yeah, it happens. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen.